We are Project 3 and welcome to our podcast. Join us as we dive into the complexities of environmental sustainability and explore the role we can all play in creating a more equitable and sustainable world. Starting with your host, Kiara.
For this episode, we'll continue our discussion on how the Philippines has taken action on the Sustainable Development Goals and the SDG localization initiatives in local government units. For quality education, the legal framework for institutionalizing the alternative learning system has been set. The Department of Education, working with the private sector, has been reaching out to what they call the last mile, which includes out-of-school youth and other vulnerable groups, to deliver education services. For decent work, to allow for a just transition to a greener economy, the Philippines Green Jobs Act incentivizes enterprises to offer jobs using green production practices. The Securities and Exchange Commission will also require sustainability reports for publicly listed companies, beginning in 2020. Private businesses such as cosmetics manufacturer Human Nature are adopting inclusive business models, such as a value chain that deliberately involves disadvantaged communities. The Mentor Me program of the Department of Trade and Industry further promotes mentoring and partnership between small and large enterprises. To reduce inequality, the conditional cash transfer provides targeted interventions to disadvantaged families, responding to Republic Act 10524, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for Persons with Disability, which reserves employment for persons with disability. Companies such as Lamoyan corporations employ handicapped people to comprise a significant portion of their personnel. To offset regional disparities, the Assistance to Disadvantaged Municipalities provides a support fund for poorer local governments to build access roads, water systems, and reproductive health services, among others. For climate action, the Climate Risk Management Framework provides risk information to enhance adaptive capacity. Project NOAA exemplifies the partnership between the academe and government in providing timely weather information for disaster preparedness. A ban on single-use plastics is already implemented in a number of cities and municipalities. A sustainable consumption and production action plan is now being formulated to provide a coherent framework for climate action. For peace, justice, and strong institutions, a major milestone is the ratification of the Bangsamoro Organic Law, which was a result of cumulative initiatives, including those by the international community, to address a long-standing conflict in the southern Philippines. To ensure the effectiveness of partnerships, the Philippines has been conducting the Official Development Assistance Portfolio Review. However, SDG implementation is still mostly financed by domestic resources. Pursuing the SDGs requires an ambitious approach that gets everyone behind the goal of leaving no one behind. Involving the different stakeholders today in a very concrete way will determine the attainment of the SDGs in the remaining 11 years and on to 2040. Now let's talk about the SDG localization initiatives in local government units. Several local government units in the Philippines have taken steps to localize the SDGs and integrate them into their local development plans. For example, the city of Naga in Luzon has launched the Naga 2030 Our City, Our Future initiative, which aligns its local development plans with the SDGs and aims to transform Naga into a sustainable, inclusive, and resilient city. Similarly, the province of Bohol in the Visayas has developed the Bohol 2025 Sustainable Development Plan, which includes strategies and actions to achieve the SDGs at the provincial level with a focus on poverty reduction, education, health, and environmental stability. And that's all for this episode. Catch us in the next one as we dive deeper into the SDG localization initiatives in local government units. Thank you for joining us, brought to you by Project 3.